Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. So this video is kind of a little bit sensitive, but trust me, I am going to exclude Northwest from this, then face her parents, right? So you all know it was the 30th anniversary of Lions King, which really happened, I think, yesterday, right? And Northwest performed on Lion King concert, and a lot of people did not find that performance funny, right? Which I my very self had a little problem with it, but like I said, let's leave that little girl alone first. The fact that the parents or the mother thought it was okay to cheat, because like I heard that there was an audition which some case showed up, did audition, and trust me, when you see that video you understand what I am saying, right? They really did great. So if they had picked anybody from that audition, trust me, that would have been great. The performance wasn't so great coming from North, right? And am I blaming her? I am not blaming her. She couldn't sing great. Stage performance wasn't good. Should I say, like, management, energy? There was nothing like that. But you see those parents that can do anything to take away job or take away something from people. They are not good people. Let's get into this video.
So tired of people giving nepo babies the benefit of the doubt. So Northwest just gave her first performance in Hollywood, where they did a live action performance of The Lion King alongside artists such as Jennifer Hudson and even the original voices of The Lion King. So this is a big deal. This is not a small deal. This is on a huge level. It has Kim Kardashian and Kanye West written all over it. There are multiple videos saying that people should give Northwest the benefit of the doubt. If they got any other kid who genuinely can sing and is a professional, it would have sounded 20 times better. It had to be Northwest because Kim and Kanye definitely paid off Hollywood to make sure that North was on that stage. This was probably her biggest skill of performance when it comes down to singing and actually showcasing her voice now that she's a little bit older. It was a great school performance. It was a great middle school performance. I believe that people are genuinely upset because it's taking away from people that can actually do it and that have worked their asses off. And I think that a lot of people felt robbed because, of course, Northwest got it just because of her parent. There was this girl that posted a video saying how everybody is ridiculing North and everybody needs to remember that she's just a kid. Well, baby, show business does not work like that. She's 10, but she's also into fashion. She's also into art. Maybe one day she'll be into acting. You never know. Instead of actually honing her craft and making her genuinely good at what she wants to do, it just seems like Kim and Kanye are relying on their money to push their kids out. If it was just a normal girl walking down the street and was brought on and did horrible, everybody will be ridiculing that little girl. So nothing has to change just because.
I feel so bad for the kids who worked so hard and auditioned and are 10 times better. I saw a video of the theater kids for the role and they were amazing and got passed up for money. So sad. In honor of this comment, I'm going to play a few of the audition tapes for you guys because I feel like these kids do deserve to be seen. And I love that the internet has taken an extreme negative and made it a positive by highlighting and showcasing these kids all throughout TikTok. So hopefully they are discovered and they get the roles that they deserve, because honestly, karma doesn't always have to be bad. Sometimes we have good karma, and I think for these kids, they're going to be seeing a lot of good karma coming their way. So without further ado, let's get right into it.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I just can't
Now, a fan favorite out of all of those auditions is number one, and I think he would have been perfect for the role. His energy, his tone, his pitch, his ability to sustain the notes and still move around was absolutely mint. I would have loved to see that for the 30th anniversary of Lion King. I feel like for such a prestigious moment, North just shouldn't have been it. And a lot of people are saying for her first performance, she should not have been on as big of a stage. And I agree, I did not get to a large stage until my 11th grade year. And as I said, I have been performing since I was in 4th grade. I've done dance since I was 2 years old. I started tumbling in 10th grade. Like literally acro, all of the things, and it took a very long time for me to land a role that I was really significantly like excited to do and proud to do, and showed where I came from and where I landed. And I think that North should have to do that like every other theater kid. If she wants to be a theater kid, cool, but as I said before, put in the work. And I know North didn't call up and say, hey, I want this part. I know it was her parents, and to her parents, do better. You guys know what you did. As per usual, guys, go off down below, go off in the comments, like this video, share it out, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.
Have any of you been paying attention to the discourse surrounding Northwest Kardashian's performance at the Lion King? I've been listening to that, carefully observing. I want to be really careful about what I say, because at the end of the day, she is a child and she's not responsible for the actions of her parents. Let me be clear. However, people are making the very valid point that there were other children there who were more talented, took the part a lot more seriously, and were more deserving than she was. I watched some of those audition tapes and I watched her performance, and again, valid. Which leads me to my first point. It's almost like you do in fact understand privilege and how it can be weaponized against those who have less of it. And it's almost like you do understand mediocrity being rewarded over excellence, and how all of that can be harmful to people.
Northwest, the daughter of Kim Kardashian, playing the lead in the 30th anniversary performance of The Lion King at the Hollywood Bowl. Let's talk about it. Her daughter Northwest played the lead. First off, this little girl is 10 years old, so let's put that aside. Anything that is manifesting itself in her life is obviously a direct result of her upbringing and the adults around her. So we're not focused on her as an individual. We're focused on everyone else involved in this. Not only did I watch that performance, I actually watched some of the audition tapes of the kids that auditioned to be Simba, the role that Northwest played. I listened to the stories of essentially some of these kids getting 3 callbacks, 4 callbacks. It's down to the line. You have these talented kids, and then someone waltzes in because they have an industry pool, and this child gets the role. On top of all of these other literal child prodigies, these talented kids who have experience on Broadway, who have experience here and there, let me tell you something else. Their original idea to find the person to play Simba, they wanted to lift a kid up. They didn't want a name. They wanted someone that was just pure talent. They wanted to lift up a no name. And I believe this because I know how Disney casts a lot of their big movies and how they cast a lot of their leads in these movies that are typically child voiced. What they will do, sometimes they'll do these like nationwide talent searches. They go and they look all over. They want the best talent. They want to pluck someone out of wherever. They want to lift this person up, and they want to give this person an opportunity. Go back and look at how Disney casts their lead roles. That's how they typically do it. Every single person involved in the casting of this should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. And I hope that they're learning from their mistakes. Just go and watch the performance and do yourself a favor. Maybe go and research the kids that audition for this roles, their families, their stories. The American dream was stolen from a child so that a rich, greedy family could continue their greed. It wasn't about talent. It wasn't about merit. It wasn't about, I worked for this thing so hard. I want this thing. I want to show my talent. I have passion for this. No, it was about, I'm going to take me, I don't care. Look at the performance. Was this performance respectful? Did it have basic knowledge of even stage direction or anything? Ask yourself that question, and then go and look at the kids who auditioned for this role and what was stolen from them out of greed. This makes me so angry, and it happens so much, and I can't even imagine how demoralizing it was, not only for the families that found out who this role went to and why. I can't imagine what it was like for these adults who performed in that show. Look at it. They're professional, they're amazing, they're talented, and they had to rehearse with this child. How demoralizing is it for them to have had to work so hard to have this moment? And this was it. This was it. Support who you want to support, idolize who you want to idolize. That's cool. To me, I am not down with this, and I really, really hope whoever was behind this, I hope they're hearing the sheer backlash and the sheer disgust that's coming from the public, and just the embarrassing display that was that performance, and I hope they do better. And by the way, it's not the child's fault. It's whoever put her in that position. It's whoever allowed this. It's the producers of the show. It's the parents. That's who the fault lies with. And this is wrong. And everyone involved, hopefully if they don't know it, if they didn't know it then, they know it now. And there it is. And let me tell you something else. There's a lot of voiceover roles, a lot of lead voiceover roles that are going to some of these kids simply because they are the daughter of so on and so forth. And these are kids that they're getting it from their name. And every single one of these kids that gets a role because of their name or because their parents are pulling strings for them, the American dream is being stolen from another child. This could be a life-changing role. These could be life-changing roles from another child. And it's being stolen from them out of pure greed.
This is a prime example of why society is starting to really despise rich people, and particularly nepo babies. There's no way in hell that Northwest should have been the person to get this role. And granted, her mom is Kim, so she made it happen. But as someone who has been singing since childhood, and as someone who was a theater kid, and as someone who's done multiple shows and knows what it's like to be talented at a very young age, she robbed several children of the opportunity to actually further their careers by actually playing this part. Jason Weaver was a similar age as her when he sang and did The Lion King. So when you see people saying what they're saying about this whole performance, don't respond with, oh, she's only 10, she's only 11, she's a child. Yeah, but there are children who are phenomenal actors, phenomenal dancers, phenomenal singers at the age of 5, let alone the age of 11. The performance was trash, and it was bought. End of story.
White women, come here. Stop it. Stop it. You don't need to make content about Northwest's performance, what you think, what you feel, any of those things. Nobody needs your input. The Black community will handle that as they see fit. At most, you could make some content about her mother, but that's going to really dabble in some areas you don't need to go in. We don't need to be criticizing a Black child. Just stop. Put the video down, leave it in drafts, go back and delete it when your phone's out of space like mine was the other day. Stop. Don't do it. Okay.
Whoever did Northwest resume, I need them to do mine. My thing is, did she go to any of the fucking rehearsals? Thing is, let's be honest, her being a nepo baby is not the problem. That's not the issue. We've seen nepotism for the past 100 years. The problem is that at this point, she has no talent for this industry. The 30-year anniversary of The Lion King should not have been her debut. She couldn't walk on beat, sing on key or on beat. Yeah, it sucks that she took that role from thousands of little kids that probably deserved it, but we would have ignored it if she could sing. We would have been like, do y'all hear the vocals though? Do y'all see the talent? You feel me? This isn't the last we're going to see of nepotism. With all these celebrities having all these damn kids. Hell, the Kardashian, Kanye and Kim got what? Fucking 10 of them. We're going to see a lot of undeserving children getting in these spaces. And you know Kim Kardashian don't mind. She's known for being famous for no fucking reason. I'm just saying, I thought the bare minimum requirement to singing in a musical was to be able to fucking sing. And y'all over here feeling sorry for her. Oh my God, I feel so sorry for North West. She is a beautiful young girl looked at as royalty, able to get her way into spaces and doors that you will never be able to. On top of being a fucking billionaire. She'll be okay. She's all right, trust me. Somebody was saying those tickets are between $1,500 and $2,000. So I don't care who her parents is or how much money she got. If she can't sing, get her ass off stage. Hey, what do you want for your child? For them to be an entertainer? Are they entertaining? No. Ah, fuck it. Come on.
So when it comes to North West playing Simba for the Lion King, I think some of you are losing the plot here. I think some of you have become so laser focused on your disdain for her mother, or your disdain for her father, or your disdain for the entire Kardashian family as a whole, that y'all have forgotten that the children are still children. Now, while it's totally valid to be upset at the idea of regular everyday children who don't come from multi-million-dollar families working their entire lives just to have the opportunity to audition for roles like this, potentially having the role taken away from them by somebody who is not incredibly passionate about this, has not been working their entire lives for this, and they just happen to have parents that are capable of buying their way into the things that they're just interested in at the moment, that's totally valid to be upset about that. However, the criticism does not need to fall on North. Celebrity children, at least while they're minors, are only working with what they are being given. And yes, a lot of them do think that they are the greatest thing since sliced bread and that rainbows fart out their ass, but that's because their families have ingrained that in their minds since the day they were born. North has most likely been being told that she is the most amazing kid to walk the face of this earth since she was in diapers. That she's the most talented, she's the most beautiful, she's the most amazing, she's number one. And while you should ingrain confidence in your child, and your children should think that you think they're the most amazing person in the world, the most talented person in the world, it's also unkind to not tell them that everyone else in the world's not going to think that, though. And the fault and the blame and the shame should fall on the shoulders of the adults around her. The adults around her who are willing to do what they need to do or spend the amount they need to spend in order to get her into places that she otherwise wouldn't be able to get into based off of talent alone. The adults who were in charge of that production who could have said no, but chose to say yes. I mean, the poor girl is tone deaf. Before y'all get up here saying, oh, well, most kids are. No, there are lots of kids out here who can carry a tune. There's lots of kids out here who can sing their ass off. And y'all sitting here saying that, oh, well, the average kid is tone deaf, so why does it matter? Tells me that y'all know absolutely nothing about seriously trained theater kids whose resumes don't only consist of the local second grade play. And while yes, maybe later on she will be able to go and take vocal lessons and become a better singer, that's fine, but it's very clear that nobody put in the work with her and nobody practiced with her enough for her to be ready for such a large performance. You'll never convince me that Kanye didn't design the costume. Those poor dancers and other performers that are on stage who have worked their asses off to be prepared for that moment are having to spend their time directing her around the stage to make sure she even somewhat hits her cues as she stomps back and forth in place. She was not prepared, and they are not doing her any favors. But be mad at them. Don't be mad at the child who is just a product of their environment, who's just doing what they've been taught to do, which is expect praise for mediocrity. And side note, I thought that girl was on the way to become the next Picasso. If those paintings were really her, that girl can paint her ass off. Why do y'all got her on the stage singing?
Knowing this family, this was all planned. Because honestly, let's talk about it. Kim was always known to work hard to do something. So honestly, something in me says I don't think she would put her daughter out there to fail that hard. Unless they needed the publicity. Now, just think about it. What's the last thing you've heard about the Kardashians? Absolutely nothing. Well, Kourtney had a baby, someone tested the Lemmy gummies. But honestly, what else? Because North being so off-key and looking around, not knowing where she's supposed to go stand, I just don't see Kim letting her fail that hard. Unless North is like Kendall. and just didn't want to practice, didn't want to take a vocal lesson. But anyways, we all know she didn't deserve the part. But then again, I feel like the Kardashians just wanted to be talked about again. I wouldn't be surprised if something drops soon.
Do I have opinions on North West's performance of The Lion King? Absolutely. Do I think it's appropriate to share the harsh critiques? No. I don't think it's appropriate what you all are doing either, but you all are entitled to your own opinion and freedom of speech. But that's a child. That's a child. That's a child. And so when we talk about the average 10 or 11-year-old, this is the average. You are used to seeing a different level, an out of average child performer. But when we talk about what's developmentally appropriate for this age on an artistic journey, we're right here. All right? You all act like there's not adults in play in this child's life, as if North sits at home in her bed and she's like, how can I nefariously ruin all the other child actors' lives? And she whips her cauldron. Right? This is a child. The opportunity probably just sounded fun to her and she took it. All right? So be it. So be it. This is how Hollywood works. And these professional opinions, acting like they've never seen nepotism, when nepotism exists in every single corner of the media, Hollywood, business, globally. I mean, hello. So, I'm just having a hard time with all of that. The calling her a spoiled brat, as if we're not understanding that this child's life is being edited in a way that she can't consent to. Her life is edited. It's weird. It's just weird. Have a good day. Be better. Let's all be better. Me too.
Okay, so I'm going to say something about Northwest performance that I know is going to get me ate the fuck up. But it needs to be said. A lot of y'all who are making these videos are forgetting that that is a 9-year-old child. Like, I'm not disagreeing that she took away opportunities from other children. I'm not disagreeing that her performance wasn't great. I'm saying that she is a 9-year-old child getting hounded by millions and millions of people who are writing think pieces saying she was terrible, awful, and should have never gotten up there. Who is saying that she took away opportunity. And my main problem with this video is y'all are directing all this energy towards her, a child, not towards the director of this production, not towards the person who chose her, not towards her parents. You are picking on her. Should children know that they're bad at something? Yes, but I don't think they need to hear it from millions.
Jimmy Cakes ain't nothing but a younger, thicker version of Chris. I know she cracked that whole performance. Jason Weaver, Jennifer Hudson, Nathan Lane, and Northwest were all a part of the Lion King 30th Anniversary Live to Film concert event. In my head, Northie Day went something like this. Northie, do you know how proud I am of you? Jason did announce that we will be able to stream this on Disney Plus soon. It's so big. Now, when it comes to them kids, Kanye don't play. Of course he was in the crowd. I don't know. Birth of the next Kim and Yo family has to be iconic though. Like, and if you're not the Kim and Yo family, you wouldn't understand what that means. But like, she really doing her big one. Whole family there, Chris in the crowd crying, Courtney over there being the proud TT, Travis in the bag. Dorothy girl, just know there's a million little girls that would love an opportunity like this. Go out there and have so much fun, okay? Have so much fun. Probably have a Lion King themed dinner afterward. And I'm sure we'll be able to see so much behind the scenes. Kim crying, Kim getting the call, and Kim getting on everybody's nerves and letting them know that her child is a star. From the moment she got the phone call that North was about to do this, she probably cried. Kim posted behind the scenes on her story, and she was in stage mom mode on Hulu The Kardashians season 6, of course.
So this is all I got from the stitches, and when I saw the video, or the fact that I got to do, it's something that has to do with kid. I am really going to be very careful on what I say and all that. When I saw the video, I took my time trying to see how we all started and all that. And then I stumbled on the audition, the kids audition, where the kids were able to, like, show what they got for that. And trust me, you all can see the audition. And I am not gonna lie, the kids really did amazing, great, right? But one thing I am not going to do is to start blaming North because of her parents, whatever the parents chose or decided to do, right? But I am not also going to like that she is not fit for that position to be on that stage. But it was not her fault, or it is not her fault. Her parents are to be blamed, right? And now let's talk about robbing people of their entitlement. I mean, I think this is not the first time or the second time, but there are some things you see, no matter how hard or no matter how much they pay you to probably change your mind about some certain things. There are some people, you definitely will know they are not fit for this. And the production, the people that produced whatever and or directed all that, saw everything going on, right? And still stuck with not being the person to deliver that particular scene or something. They are liars. I am not going to lie to you. Kim Kardashian and whoever that put that girl in that position, they are not good enough. They are not good people. I don't know how to say it. I know that we love to see our kids flourish. We love to see our kids at the forefront and all that. But one thing that I will not do is to set your child up, maybe for drag or for failure or something. And I probably, from the things I can see, it looks like they actually did not take that young baby girl for rehearsals, because from the way she is singing and all that, she does not sound like somebody that went for rehearsals. And if they found out that, okay, yeah, you want this to be like, she wanted this and all that, and her vocal is not that good enough, why did they not enroll her, right? Because they did not enroll her to probably get a better vocal or to get ready for what she was working towards, right? That's why I said they really did set that little baby girl up. I am not saying she does not have talent. There are so many things she probably could be very good at. It might be dancing, it might be painting, it might be a good storyteller or something. But that happened there wasn't good enough. And I am not going to blame that young baby girl. The person I am blaming, her parents, right? And then now, let me tell you a story. I remember there was a time I was a judge. It was a program that was organized where I come from, and I happened to be the judge. I mean, it was a beauty pageant and all that. And while that was going on, they did not tell me that my cousin was also part of the people contesting, right? I was with the judges and all that, and the whole thing started, and then I looked around. I was like, how did this girl get it? Like, how? I was surprised. And other judges were like, who is that? I told them, my cousin. They were like, oh, really? I said, yes. But I said, it is not going to affect our work. Let's get into business, right? That was the only thing I said. I did not mention anything about her and the rest of it. What I did was like, where she did good, where she did not do well, I put it down for her. I never for a day did something to probably make her come third, first, or second, because after the whole thing, she did not deserve to win. I am not gonna lie to you. She is my cousin, but she did not deserve to win. There was someone really very great. When I say very great, very super great. And I gave all my votes to her. And probably people were waiting for, maybe when they found out that, like, probably they were waiting for me to probably say, can we do something? No, we are not doing anything for her. She did not deserve to win. And I give all my vote to the person that deserves to win. That is how it should be. Sometimes do not rub people off their entitlement just because you have the connection. Sometimes it does not end well. Look at the kids that came out to audition. Did you not see how great they are? They absolutely are great. So, and I see them from what they have, the stamina, the energy, the flexibility, especially the first, like the first second, they have really great voice. Like the voices were just super sweet, right? I see the stage management and everything. So these were the people that probably, if they were picked and come for audition, they would have delivered, straight up without any hassle. Well, the people, the production, they are no good. That's all I got to say. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.